You may have watched my prior video on tips on how to buy a new construction home. A few things have changed. Today I'm talking about some of those changes and what you need to know when buying a new construction home in the Greater Lakeland area. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Lisa Kelly, Lakeland Homes Lifestyles with Premier Realty. I'm here every single Monday with a new video to help you make smart decisions when buying and selling a home. So take a sec and hit that subscribe button and stay in the know. For today's video on tips on buying a new construction home, we're going to be focusing on planned development communities and large builders. Some of the things we'll be discussing today will not apply if you're building a high-end custom home. But stay tuned. I'll be publishing a new video very shortly about this very special class of new construction homes. The number one question that I get from those who are considering new construction as their new home is the price I see on the website the price of the home? Or what does it mean when the sign says starting in the 200s? You may be driving around and see the signs and decide to pop into the model center. But after speaking with the builder's rep, you discovered that end price is a little bit higher than what the signs suggest. But why? Firstly, that start at price is true because it's based on that community's lowest price floor plan with no premiums or no upgrades. The good news is that there's been some changes that most builders have implemented to take some of the guesswork out of the availability of homes to be built and to pare down that estimated projected completion date. Again, we're talking about planned developments in that medium price range for the Greater Lakeland areas. So let's talk about a few different costs that you may have with your new build. First is the base price of the home. This is commonly known as the floor plan you've chosen with no upgrades or no lot premium. And as a side note, there is not an added cost for a lot premium in every single lot in that community. This is only for lots that the builder considers better than the others. For example, a lot that has a water feature or conservation view would be considered a premium lot, opposed to a lot that backed up to another home or a main road. Another factor that may increase the price of your home is the personal options that you might choose. It's important to know the difference between a structural and a cosmetic option. Those could add up really fast, and depending on your choices, could price you right out of the home. For more details about this, you'll want to check out a few of my prior videos where I talk about how to make the best choices based on your personal situation, coupled with how long you think you plan to stay in your new build. Stay with me because some of the recent changes that these builders have made is going to make this process a lot easier for you. Plus, you'll know straight away what a particular home cost and a much tighter projected completion date. Some builders have elected to release homes and lots for sale based on the floor plan and pre-chosen finishes, and in some cases, a predetermined construction stage. You'd be able to lock in your lot and also your purchase price at contract time, so you wouldn't have to worry about those prices increasing. For example, a builder might advertise that they have 4 homes available for sale in a particular community. On those home sites, the builder has already chosen which floor plan and what finishes go on that lot. So you know ahead of time what that particular home cost, what construction stage it's in, and a much tighter projected completion date. Personally, I'm liking these recent changes. My new home buyers are knowing ahead of time what they're getting and for how much. Before you start thinking, yeah, but what kind of finishes are they putting in these homes? And how do I know when these homes become available? I will tell you this, out of all the builders that I work with, I like what I'm seeing. But not all builders are alike. They all have their different business models of how and when they release these homes and lots for sale. Which brings me to my number one tip. Always have your own representation when buying a new construction home. If you follow my channel, you've heard me say this more than once. As a prospective new home buyer, you may be a little confused when you go into the new home center and you sit down with the builder's rep and they answer all your questions. You might be thinking, well, why do I need a realtor? The answer is really simple. The builder's rep works for the builder, not you. You need your own representation, and especially one that is familiar with the building process and can be your advocate. And most importantly, choose your realtor prior to going to the model center. The reason for this is if you register either online or in person without letting that builder know that you have your own realtor, you will waive your right to your own representation. Some builders have recently implemented changes where they no longer recognize realtors as buyers' contractual representatives. In my opinion, these builders are shooting themselves in the foot. I personally know many of the builders' reps here in the Greater Lakeland area, and I am proud to bring my buyers to consider their builder. And honestly, there's a few that I can't endorse. You should never feel pressured when visiting a model center or speaking with a builder's rep. If you have any doubts, step back and call your realtor. My next tip is how we negotiate with builders. Firstly, builders flat don't negotiate their base prices. The price is the price. As long as we're in a seller's market and the homes continue to sell, there's really no reason for a builder to negotiate their prices. However, most builders are open to negotiate add-ons or incentive credits. The biggest incentive is the builders are offering to pay a large portion of the buyer's closing costs, essentially alleviating them from having that out-of-pocket expense come to closing with, aside from their down payment, of course. Sound pretty enticing, huh? This incentive could be a very good thing, especially if you have limited cash to come to closing with. In order to receive this incentive, you have to agree to use the builder's lender, which can be an awesome thing. Just do your homework and shop lenders first. Your realtor can best advise you what to ask for based on your financial situation, your long-term goals, and your list of must-haves. Do you have a home that you're selling, or are you in a binding rental lease? Of course, you're probably going to want a seamless transition from your current home to the new home. Building and closing on a new home is not like when an existing home when you get into contract and you already have a predefined certain possession date. New construction is subject to many factors that are beyond the builder's control, like inclement weather. A builder has no control over bad weather that may cause construction delays, nor do they have control over material delivery delays or labor shortages. The good news is I'm seeing less and less of these types of delays here lately. Believe me, a builder does not want to delay your closing. They don't make any money until you close. There's just some things that are beyond their control. What this means is if you have a house that you're selling or you have a lease that's going to be expiring close to your new home close date, have a plan in place at least 1 month ahead of time. For example, if you're renting and your lease is going to be expiring soon, don't sign another long-term lease. Instead, talk to your landlord or your property manager about going on a month-to-month plan. And if you're selling a home, ask your realtor to negotiate an extended closing or lease back to bridge the time that you need to close on your new home. If these options aren't possible, ask your realtor to help you look into corporate rentals and put your stuff in storage. I know that sounds like a really big pain, but it's only a temporary solution. Don't lose sight of the big picture here. I hope you found today's video helpful, and if you did, tap that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. And if you'd like to have instant access to my new construction website, I put the link down in the description for you. On my new construction website, you can learn about the builders, set up property alert searches, keep tabs on availability, and so much more. I'm Lisa Kelly, and as the real estate market continues to evolve and change with everything that's going on in the world right now, I'll be right here giving you the latest as it happens. And until then, I'll see you on the next one.